From Miami Beach to Broward, all eyes on election night.
Thank you so much.
We have the results. As his successor is elected,
The folks who are faking it are doing an immense disservice.
the NYC mayor feuds with his city firefighters. And more than 100 years of Florida history
There was a storm, 1904.
preserved by officers going beyond the call of duty. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Danelle Dukin.
And I'm Zitlali Salatu. Today is November 3rd, 2021.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Election day in South Florida. And the results are in. The biggest race of all was to fill a vacant seat in the U.S. House of Representatives.
As the network's Christopher Gomez reports, that race is too close to call.
A big election night. First to the 20th Congressional District to replace Representative Al Hastings. It's looking like a recount for the top two Democrats. They're now separated by just 9 votes. Dale Holness, the former Broward County Commissioner and Mayor, holding on to the slimmest of leads in Broward, with healthcare company CEO Sheila Sheriffus McCormick right behind him. Overseas and military ballots still have to be factored in. Those ballots have another 10 days to arrive in local election offices. McCormick saying prayers answered, results still to be certified on Friday, then recount process. We won tonight, but it's not final until it's final. Keep praying. And Holness saying keep the faith. We'll bring this race home in due time. Over to Miami-Dade now, 56% of voters overwhelmingly supporting the straw poll to move last call to 2 a.m. in Miami Beach's entertainment district. Miami Beach's Mayor Dan Gelber says he will ask staff to craft legislation to make it official. Mayor Gelber also crushing his way to re-election with more than 62% of the vote. Another mayor winning a second term, Miami's Francis Suarez, and it wasn't close. He got more than 78% of the vote, nearly 21,000 votes cast. And in Hialeah, Esteban Bovo will be the next mayor, here in the endorsement of former President Trump, and got 59% of the vote. And taking a look more nationally, the Republican in the Virginia governor's election has upset the incumbent Democrat. Republican Glenn Youngkin beat Democrat Terry McAuliffe to win the Virginia governor's mansion. A big night across the country deciding the balance of power. Reporting for the South Florida Media Network, I'm Christopher Gomez.
Other races include mayoral elections in some of America's biggest cities. In New York City, Brooklyn Bureau President and former police captain Eric Adams is replacing Bill de Blasio. And in Boston, history was made with Michelle Wu becoming the city's first woman and person of color to be elected.
Police and fire agencies from coast to coast are taking a stand against COVID-19 vaccine mandates, leading to a new rule from the Labor Department. New York City is seeing a spike of sick call-outs as tensions rise over COVID-19 vaccine mandates.
We're pro-vaccine, we're just anti-mandate.
About 2,300 firefighters are out since the vaccine mandate went into effect on Monday. Mayor Bill de Blasio warning that there will be consequences.
The folks who are faking it are doing an immense disservice to the people of this city and to their fellow members of service.
The city is now investigating if this wave of sick-outs are part of a planned protest by the firefighters union.
Assertion that thousands of firefighters are faking on medical leave, we reject. The staffing issues in this city are not germane to medical leave.
Despite the pushback over mandates, de Blasio says they work. In the last 13 days, 24,000 more city workers got the shot. About 92% of city employees have received at least one dose. So far, less than 3% of the city's workforce is on unpaid leave for refusing to comply. The mayor says there isn't a service disruption, insisting that New Yorkers are safe. Across the coast, Los Angeles County's sheriff refusing to enforce a vaccine mandate on county employees, including his deputies.
We have to provide public safety, and right now I'm severely understaffed as it is. To throw this on top of that, you're really tempting the hand of fate.
In the coming days, a new Labor Department rule will require a COVID-19 vaccine mandate for private businesses with more than 100 or more employees.
Yesterday, the CDC finally approved the COVID-19 vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. The Pfizer COVID vaccine will be eligible for 28 million kids starting today. Due to the concern of many parents about the side effects the vaccine could have on children, Pfizer-BioNTech made a vaccine with a lower dose to minimize the side effects. However, the vaccine will still provide a strong immunity.
And the Atlanta Braves are World Series champs. It's their first World Series title since 1995. The Braves defeated the Houston Astros 7-0 in Game 6 on Tuesday night at Minute Maid Park. The team once again homered their way to an early lead with a bomb from Jorge Soler in the third. The Braves wouldn't look back, and Soler won MVP for the series. It's only the second time a Cuban has won the award.
A jump into handcuffs. A police chase leads the suspect to take a leap off a 5-story bridge and into the water.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
There was a storm, 1904, took about a third of that tree down and demolished that house that was right there.
Police officers going beyond their roles in helping an elderly woman. Don't go away, Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
I help our fellows design their paths as creative entrepreneurs. My experiences serving startups, creative businesses, and cultural organizations, and my journey as a queer mixed immigrant with Haitian and Arabic roots, inform the co-creative environment we foster at Radcliffe. We leverage our collective diversity to encourage the building of lifelong personal learning networks and mindsets that stimulate continuous innovation.
COVID-19 has changed how we stomp the yard and feel the beat. Now it's time to take the first step that lets us get back to strolling instead of scrolling. Before we can safely come together, we need the facts. As COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may have questions.
Is it safe?
Should I get it? Is it free? It's okay to have questions. Now get the facts about COVID-19 vaccines at getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your fam.
Police near Lakeland take on another role to help an elderly woman with quite a story. A woman nearly 100 years old getting a helping hand from police officers along with a donation from the Home Depot.
Chasing crime and pulling weeds is all part of a day's work for a few Lake Wales officers. The police department stepped in to help Miss Ardella Green's yard so that she could get around better, and they're also doing it for free.
Lot right here. There was a storm, 1904, took about a third of that tree down and demolished that house that was right there.
Born in 1923, Miss Green and her family survived the Great Depression, and her Lake Wales home has stood through 100 years of Florida's severe weather.
A high-speed car chase that ended with a shocking jump from a bridge in Southwest Florida lands the leaping suspect in hot water, and it was all caught on camera. It starts with authorities from Lee County pursuing the driver of an allegedly stolen van off a bridge in Lee County. As officials arrive, the suspect exits the vehicle and then does a diving flip off the 5-story bridge into the river below. He was taken into custody with minor injuries.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Zitlali Solate.
And I'm Danelle Dugan. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.